Good morning, guys. It is February 25th. Today is Monday, and it is a gorgeous day out. A little windy, a little chilly, but it is an amazing day. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Let's get the week started off right. Let's get to work and start that 9 to 5 and get back here, do some editing. Let's get to it. Man, it's a nice day. It's only 30 degrees out, but the sun is shining. Like I said, there's a little bit of wind, so that's a little deceptive. It kind of makes it feel a little bit colder than what it should be. But if you look outside, it looks like it should be like 45, 50 degrees out. We're almost to the point where we can start going longboarding again. I would probably consider going. If I didn't have to work today, I would consider longboarding today. Not a lot going on today. It's Monday, so we need to kind of set up for the week as far as our 9 to 5 goes. Got a couple coaching sessions, a couple reviews and things like that to go over to just to make sure that we're keeping up on pace with that stuff and not falling behind there, because once you fall behind with that, with that work, it's hard to get back into it, because there's always there's always going to be somebody that needs something, right? And there's always going to be work, the counselings, the coaching sessions, the paperwork, that type of stuff. That's always going to happen as well. But with the line of work, with the sales line of work that we deal with, there's always going to be someone that needs help, like right then and there, right? Either troubleshooting errors, building a package, handling customers' concerns, stuff like that. There's always going to be some. So if you can't break yourself away, and get your like the work of the week done, you're gonna fall behind. So got to go in with a game plan. I'm going in a little early today, just so I can kind of get a head start, kind of get my ducks in a line and make sure today's as productive as possible. As far as videography goes, first off, what did you guys think of yesterday's vlog for the weekend? I'm trying to figure out if that's a good thing, if I liked it. I mean, I would like to tweak it a little bit after kind of watching it. I feel like I missed a few key points, and I kind of overextended on a few others. So the balancing isn't quite right. But I'm kind of curious what you guys think about like a weekend vlog. I really want to try and get the weekends are for me type of thing, and during the week is where I put my nose to the ground and get my 9 to 5 done and get my videography done. Obviously weddings happen on the weekend, so those would go into the vlogs as well when we get into wedding season and stuff like that coming up here in May. But I'm just curious what you guys think. Is it something that would be interesting to you to kind of see, like I guess outside? It's kind of like an outside of the videography business, growing business type of vlog. So, and hey, sometimes you have to work weekends. That's all there is to it. Sometimes you have to. But I really want to get in the habit of having family time, and that's specifically on the weekends. So we'll see how it goes. So there's two topics I kind of wanted to touch on today. I was watching a video last night, or this morning. It was like 1 a.m. I couldn't sleep. But I was watching a video. It came across my YouTube feed, and I don't subscribe to the person. I've never heard of them before. They've got a few thousand subscribers. They're a videographer business. I'll link down to their page below. So the name of the channel. So I just started. So I hadn't subscribed to them before, but it came across my feed. The name of the channel is the Herrintons, and they are a husband and wife videography crew. Now, like I said, I didn't subscribe to them. It just came across my news feed, or my like recommendation feed or whatever. And as I've said before, this kind of pops up from time to time. About once a month, YouTube the algorithm actually works, and it suggests something that I'm actually interested in. And I even try to like parse out what content I watch on which channel. So for example, I'll only watch videography tutorials, tech reviews, and things like that on this Graphic Sauce Media channel. And then everything else, like the fun video games and everything like that, the game reviews, the news topics in the gaming world, I'll watch under our 72 DPI channel to try and try to eliminate any crossover confusion for the algorithm as possible. But it's still, for some reason, it works most of the time. But when they recommended this channel, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And of course, the title is what kind of captured my imagination, or kind of caught my eye, and I was like, okay, I'll watch this for sure. Majority in the 5 tips were really the title of the video was 5 things you can do to impress your clients and win more videography or wedding videography work, or something to that effect. And I mean, when you're starting a business, who doesn't want to earn more work, right? So they immediately caught my eye, and they've had the channel for 10 years or something ridiculous like that, or been in business for 10 years. So I was like, okay, well, at least if they've been in business for 10 years and they've gone full time at this point, they at least have something that they're at least doing something right. So I'll watch, see what happens. So the 2 that I wanted to talk about, one is a learning experience that I'm going through right now, and the second one is something that I want to implement in 2019 and going forward to see how I do. I'm not going to tell the clients that I'm doing this. It's going to be kind of something extra and kind of spontaneous, because obviously if I say, hey, if you hire me, I'm going to do this, and this doesn't work out, then we've got a problem. So let's talk about the first one first. The issue that I'm running into right now, and it's not really, I don't want to say issue because it's not an issue. So at the end of November, Amanda and I filmed Amanda and I filmed a friend of the family's and shot the friend of the family's wedding. And I still haven't delivered that film yet. And one of the 5 tips that he gave us on this video was under promise, over deliver. And I've been very much kind of playing by that rule already, but not when it comes to my delivery times. I usually tell my clients it'll take me less than 2 months to deliver a final film. Well, December, January, we're in the 3rd month, so I'm past that point of return. Even one further, I missed the 2nd deadline. So once I hit that first deadline, I was like, okay, I'm almost done. I had a really busy season. You're the last film on my bucket or on my list, and I can devote all my attention to you, and then I'll have it to you by the end of January, it was like February something, the beginning of February. And I was like, okay, I can do this. And then things just started coming up, and it kept pushing back, the time that I've allowed myself to work on projects, it kept pushing it back. And as all you guys know, the vlog after that 30-day challenge, the vlog pretty much went to a complete halt. And in that span, I was scrambling to get any time in that I could get in front of the computer. I was devoting to that bride. And the problem is things were coming up like crazy in my personal life, as far as getting the house ready to move. Things were breaking that needed to be fixed. Work schedules were changing. There was a lot going on that stopped me from doing a ton of stuff. So I'm conversating with the bride now, and one of the things I think I have a pretty good handle on the situation. And I've explained to her the situation. Explained to her what was going on, try to get her up to speed, where her film was at in the process. I'm actually very close to finishing. There's only a few steps left to get. I am, however, waiting on her address so that I can mail her the disc copy of the final product. And there's just some things that I think I could do better with when it comes to this delivery time. And one of his key points was, especially on your delivery estimate, always go further and under promise, over deliver. Under promise, over deliver is the key. So if you think it's going to take you 2 months, tell them that's going to take you 4, right? And that way, when you deliver it in month 2 or deliver it in month 3, you are ahead of the game, right? Now, obviously, if you're talking to a potential client and you say, oh, it's going to take a 4-month turnaround, and she's like, you know what, I've got another videographer that's going to be able to turn it around sooner. I really, I apologize. And you say, you know what, I'll make a note on your particular account, and I'll work on yours first. I don't have any films before yours, or kind of spell out what your schedule looks like. I'll make sure I devote more time. How about 3-month turnaround? 3 month or less, right? And then when you deliver at month 2, like, obviously you don't want to lose work over this, but at the end of the day, you don't want to promise 2 months and then deliver it on 2 months, because then you're just meeting expectations. And like we've talked about before, you always want to exceed expectations. This is the only film that I've fallen behind on and missed a deadline, and it sucks. It really does. It's one of those things where, even though it's a friend of the family, I'm sure she understands and things like that, but like, I don't want to be known for that. I don't want, I want the recommendations from her, on Facebook, through Instagram, and her friends and her family and stuff like that. I want that type of recognition. I don't want to be remembered as, oh, the videographer that couldn't deliver the film on time or whatever. So, at any rate, so that was the first one. Making sure that you're under promising and over delivering. The second item on their list that I'm actually it's kind of got me thinking about what I offer my clients and things like that, is something that I'm going to implement this year, without kind of making it a main bullet point of my presentation as far as what to offer my clients. It's just something I'm going to try and test out on my 2019 clients, and that is at the event turnaround 1-minute teaser. And what I mean by that is, between the ceremony and the reception, there's a little bit of a downtime there, that I can put together kind of like a highlight reel, like a 1 minute video. And I've got a couple different websites that I get songs from, that I get licensed for the songs, and download to this computer and get a quick edit in, and basically put that on display for the bride and groom. They talked about in their video how they put it up on an iPad, and then they put business cards and things like that out. I don't know if I would go quite that far without telling the client that I'm going to do it. I don't think I would, advertise or whatever, and I don't think I would do that. If it's something that I could talk to, like, if it goes well, like this whole presentation thing, like where I can, record the ceremony and record some, some establisher shots and things like that, and then display it I don't know how I would display it. Obviously, I wouldn't want to put my computer down, Amanda's computer out. We'd have to find some way to display it, or maybe it's a link. That's not a bad idea, because we use MediaZilla. Maybe we have like some type of link or whatever that goes to the MediaZilla, like uploaded to MediaZilla, and that's where they can go and watch it. That's not a bad idea. I'll have to kind of think about how I want to incorporate this, because having to buy some type of display, and that means I have to have some type of setup, electricity, sound, and equipment, and that's just, I really don't want to have to hassle with that right now. So we might go the route of MediaZilla, or maybe we could do, and I'm just kind of brainstorming right now, maybe we on each of the tables have like a little card or whatever, like a business card type of thing. And, real elegant, kind of matches the decor of the bride and groom's color choice and all that stuff. Put those at each of the tables, right? Maybe like 2 or 3 cards or whatever, with the link. And maybe that's how we kind of illustrate and, If we do it that way though, the link would not be ready until after we edit the actual video and then upload it for everybody to watch. So if we put the cards out before, so I'm trying to figure out the timeline here, because if we put the cards out before the video is up and they go to pull the video up and it's not there, that's going to cause it's going to cause a little bit of confusion. And then again, on the flip side of that, we don't want to edit the video, get it uploaded, and while guests are seated, walk around like, oh, let me put this here. Let me put, that's kind of cheesy. This is going to take a little bit of strategic planning to get right. So, but I think it's a good idea, right? I mean, that's something that, you got at the event, face to face with everybody there that at least has a smartphone. People can share and comment and things like that. We could post it to social media. We could post it like our fate. Ooh, there you go. We could post it to our Facebook page and then post that link on the little cards or whatever. Something to think about, because you're trying to do 2 things, right? You're trying to set yourself apart from other vendors, right? Other videographers and things like that, other photographers, because photographers, you could do this as well. You're trying to set yourself apart by offering something that other people don't offer. And I think my 2019 brides would be a good kind of guinea pig type of thing. But the other thing you're trying to do is also trying to build your brand and trying to reach more people. And what better way to do that than having your bride and groom's guests coming to your Facebook page, where they can interact, where they can comment, and all this stuff right there on your page. Like, that's going to drive traffic. That's going to be sweet. I think as much as sharing the video on Mediazilla would kind of make sense and make it worth it because we pay a monthly fee for that and driving the traffic to that website. I think going the Facebook route and trying to drive the traffic there, and then just making sure that we have some videos for the other videos for them to watch, not the ones there, but like having not just their video, but other videos there for them to enjoy. So we're gonna have to explore this idea. We're back at work now. We just finished our lunch break, so we're back at work now. So we just finished our lunch break. So when we get out, we're gonna have to do some brainstorming about this, because I think this is a good idea. There's a lot of potential here to kind of expand on it, because their original idea on this top 5 list was just to create a video, a 1-minute teaser video, and then display it on an iPad with business cards. And I'm thinking, I gotta buy an iPad, I gotta find a way to power it, and I don't want to, that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It's a good idea. Let's explore it and make it on our own. So let's finish up this 9 to 5. Hope you guys are having a great day, great start to your week. Let's keep going. 9 to 5 is over. It is 10 o'clock. Holy smokes. what a day. It just didn't seem like it was ever going to end. But it finally did. We got there. The start of the week is over. Here we go, guys. We're getting into it. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We've got a lot of work to do when we get home. Tons and tons of work to do. It's probably going to be about a 2 o'clock, maybe a 3 o'clock night. Gonna swing by and grab a Gatorade or two to kind of get me through tonight, and then tomorrow get me up and running at the beginning of the day. Whew. Get me up and running at the beginning of the day, and man. So anyway, did a little bit more thinking about editing those the same day event edits, the 1 minute video clips or whatever. Talked a little bit about it with Amanda. Kind of, it was good to kind of speak it out loud. Obviously, talking to you guys, speaking out loud is a good thing, but actually interacting with another human being, in real time and getting that information. I'm kind of curious about what you guys think about the whole situation. If you were a bride or a groom and you had that opportunity to kind of see like a real quick clip or video or whatever and share that with your friends and family online, it'd also be a great thing for people that couldn't attend the wedding, the ceremony, or the event or that day. Kind of catching a glimpse right then and there, kind of feel like they're with you and but in spirit. So I'm kind of energized about the whole idea. I kind of want to run through a kind of like a test run to see how it would work. Obviously, I've got some more important things to do now, but if I can finish that stuff and kind of knock out about an hour to prep for this little experiment, I think what I would probably end up doing is taking my last video and all the footage, the raw footage that I still have, putting it back onto the camera, like everything from the ceremony, and then putting it back onto the camera, and then timing myself and just seeing how long it would take me to actually put the footage from the camera back onto the computer, call through the actual footage itself, and put a 1 minute trailer together, or teaser, or whatever you want to call it. Put it together and see if I can get it together in under 45 minutes. And I was kind of brainstorming a little bit and thinking about like when do I have time to do this? You've got your ceremony, you've got the in-between ceremony portion, and you've got your reception. It's gonna have to be in between the ceremony and reception, obviously. But I was kind of thinking about my past weddings and like what actually happens in between there. And to be honest with you, what's happening is the bride and groom and the wedding party, they're all getting their pictures taken and things like that. And a lot of times, those pictures, I'm not using, in the past, all the weddings I've done, I've recorded them, right? I've recorded them getting their pictures taken, things like that. But I haven't used any of that I don't think I've used any of that footage in any of these films. Actually, no, I take that back. No, that was after the actual. No, it was between. So no, I take that back. I did use in one of my, I think, 8 weddings this past year. I did use the footage. So I'd have to kind of make sure that I'm on point with their time frame. Because obviously I don't want to miss anything, while they're getting their picture taken. But then again, they probably don't want video of their pictures that they're getting. They don't need a video of every picture that they're getting taken, right? That's what the pictures are for. And I'm pretty sure the photographer isn't feeling that either. I'm kind of feeling like an uncle, like an Uncle Tom, or what's the phrase that they use? Aunt Betty, that kind of leans over the photographer and takes a picture with her cell phone that the photographer's like lined up and all that stuff. kind of get that feeling. However, you know, I can probably cut some time out there and get those edits in there. But I think what I'm gonna try and do is maybe like use my last 2 weddings and put together that, you know, that 1 minute teaser, you know, run through that type of experiment or that type of trial, I guess, to see if it's even humanly possible, right? And I say humanly possible. I'm sure it's humanly possible. See if it's possible for me to complete that. Obviously, I would need to use Amanda's PC because I do all my edits on desktop, and there's no way that computer's going anywhere but sitting on my desk. So the laptop that she uses, I'm pretty sure is more than capable of running DaVinci Resolve. So we'll have to we'll try it out. We'll see what we can come up with. When we get home, we got some editing to do, and that kind of goes into what we talked about earlier, trying to knock out this last wedding from last year. I know it's getting to be the end of February, and I feel horrible about it, but it's got to get done. So, like I said, it's probably going to be about a 2-3 o'clock night. I'm feeling energized already, so I feel like I feel pretty good about it. So, all right, guys, we'll see you on the other side.